This is the Hot 7 Nightly News.
Good evening. It is Tuesday, May 7th, 2024. I am Daniela Edwin. Welcome to the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. We are on Flow Channel 117, Kiss FM, the Caribbean Hot FM mobile app, and the Caribbean Hot 7 TV Facebook page. Not forgetting those of you using the Hot 7 plug and play antenna. Thank you so much for joining us. Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre is aggrieved by what he sees as the disclosure of police crime-fighting strategies by the opposition. He criticizes the opposition for politicizing crime and using the police force to gain leverage in the public domain.
With the surge in gun violence, there is a growing public demand for clarity on the government's strategies to tackle this issue. The opposition has been critical of the Saint Lucia Labour Party's handling of the crime situation. Ahead of their weekly cabinet meeting on Monday, May 6, 2024, Prime Minister of Saint Lucia, Honorable Philip J. Pierre, expressed concern that despite an earlier agreement to keep the police force out of political matters, the opposition has overstepped this boundary. He shared that his administration will stay focused, even in light of this.
These guys are even on the verge of wanting to create issues in the police force. We've spoken about leaving the police force out of things. They're right in there. Just because they want to burn the house to kill a rat. But we're not going to comment on that. We're going to remain focused. The idea is to take us off focus. And I've told my staff we're going to stay focused.
Responding to a reporter, the Prime Minister stated his inability to disclose the specifics of the government's plan of action or the police force's crime-fighting strategies. He expressed concern that revealing such information would provide criminals with insights into law enforcement tactics. He also expressed disbelief that information regarding the resources of the Royal Saint Lucia Police Force, particularly their lack of bulletproof vests in the field, had been made public.
You cannot go in public with all national security arrangements because the criminals are steps. They have access to all the information you have. We can't go in public and see what the police has. Is that that's why I was abhorred to find out somebody saying how many bulletproof vests the police have. I mean, this thing is, Saint Lucia's getting out of hand, you know. I mean, this is crazy. You saying to the public that when the police out there, they have no bulletproof vests?
The Prime Minister emphasized that he can only disclose information that is already visible to the public and deemed inconsequential.
How can I come as minister and tell you what the police are doing? In terms of, I can tell you what you can see, but I can't tell you what you can't see. And I will not tell you what you can't see. We're going to tell you what you cannot see. I will be absconding on my responsibility to protect the lives of the men and women who serve us in the police, in the enforcement agencies. And I will not abscond on that responsibility. So I cannot tell you what the police have. What I can tell you physically what you see. There's a lot that you're not seeing.
He further revealed that the police will soon be equipped with new vehicles, including ATVs and jet skis. For the Hot 7 TV News, Chrissy Bakey reporting.
The Prime Minister responds to claims from the United Workers' Party that the funds collected from the Health and Citizen Security Levy are not positively impacting the health or security of St. Lucian citizens. According to the Prime Minister, the funds collected do not make as significant a dent as the opposition seems inclined to believe.
In August of 2023, a Health and Citizen Security Levy was introduced with the aim of enhancing the government's financial capacity to deliver quality healthcare services and improve St. Lucia's national security. Charged at a rate of 2.5%, the levy applied to imported goods and services. At an April 30th, 2024 press conference, Leonard Spider-Montoot, Public Relations Officer for the United Workers' Party, remarked that the levy collection has not had a positive impact on the health or security of St. Lucian citizens.
The more than $15 million that have been collected, I believe it's about $17 million to date, from the 2.5% levy. Okay, and that, of course, we are mindful, we are reminded that was done in a very deceitful manner. making the claim that it was for health and security of the country that this over $17 million was collected. Nonetheless, we have seen no improvement in our healthcare. We have seen no improvement with the crime situation here in Saint Lucia.
Prior to their weekly cabinet meeting on May 6, 2024, Saint Lucia's Prime Minister, Honorable Philip J. Pierre, replied to claims made by the opposition United Workers' Party. He stressed that the expenses incurred significantly surpassed the funds collected thus far, indicating difficulties in properly utilizing the levy's earnings to achieve the intended goals of improving healthcare services and national security.
The health and security levy last year brought $15 million. $15 million from July to December was health and security, and for the rest it's got $18 million. The charges on this country for health and security are nearly $200 million. That's what I have to tell you. You want to know what I said? Good. So over $200 million in terms of government expenditure on health and security, but the health and security levy has only brought $18 million. So that's my answer.
The Prime Minister's response leaves questions unanswered regarding whether the levy will be increased or if alternative measures will be sought to address these financial challenges. For the Hot 7 TV News, Chrissy Bakey reporting.
This year's Jazz and Arts Festival has created multiple opportunities for local artists. One such chance was officially introduced on Tuesday at La Place Carénage, and it includes a live exhibition of artwork by over 20 visual artists.
The visual arts exhibition, called Live in Color, officially welcomed the public to a gallery of over 80 realistic, bold and intense paintings by some 20 visual artists here on island. A common theme seen throughout the exhibition was the personification of life itself through the use of color. The event, which was organized by the Cultural Development Foundation in collaboration with art curator Buki Kahane, is, according to her, a true display of the island's hidden visual art gems.
The beauty of CDF is that they're really working to try and make this immersive. So jazz and art is not just simply in one location or for one group, but it's a whole immersive and cohesive experience. Yes, we have Life in Color, but we also have Llewellyn Xavier's exhibition and also a sculpture exhibition taking place at the Derek Walcott Square by Jalim Udovic. The beauty of this exhibition, and again I'll repeat that, is because this is a group art show, we have so many artists shown here and represented, and so this allows individuals to see the real collective melting pot collection of artwork that we have here within Saint Lucia.
Ahead of the launch on Tuesday, our news team caught up with one of the artists, Nayam Baptiste, former Miss Wasco, who secured Best Talent in the 2022 National Queen Pageant with a live painting. Following this passion, Baptiste says she's esteemed to have her work showcased in such an exhibition.
It's really an honor. My workplace reached out to me, Wasco, because they sponsored the Jazz and Arts Festival for this year. So they reached out to me to take part. I did this piece on the stage for our Independence Parade, so it's been an honor to finish it off and showcase it today in our Jazz and Arts Quorum.
Artiste Von Louis Fernand says his support of a fellow artiste and his deep appreciation for art has drawn him to the exhibition, where he was thoroughly impressed with the work displayed. However, he is of the view that art often remains in the shadows, but hopefully with such exhibitions, that can be changed.
I'm here really to represent a friend of mine, actually, and who is a foreigner, actually. And I'm happy to see what is happening now. I think there is need for a lot more of this in this, in this Saint Lucia of ours. I didn't know this was happening here until somebody mentioned it to me. But I'm saying, given the number of schools there are, and you multiply that by a certain number of students who, pursue art in one way or another, I think there's absolute need for us to portray what sort of things that attract the attention. I'm happy about what I'm seeing here, and I think it can go a long way for budding artists and children or students who are at school and so on, if they give an opportunity, they can go far with their interest.
The exhibition will remain open daily from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. until the 11th of May 2024, and the general public is being invited to visit and bask in the surreal images painted by local hands. Reporting for the Hot 7 TV News, I am Jasmine Duncan.
And still in the first segment of the broadcast, we bring to you Hot 7 tips designed to improve your life or expand your knowledge. Let's dive into today's tips on ways to make additional or passive income.
Today on Hot 7 Tips, how to earn passive income. Number 1, turn your hobby into a business. If you have a hidden talent or passion that you can't afford to spend more time working on, you can probably find a way to use your skills to turn a profit. If you're creative, there are a number of ways to sell your work online or in person at fairs and local shows. Number 2, sell unwanted items. Set up a tent or table at Saturday's flea market or make a post online using social media, as you could never tell. Someone may have use for the things you no longer need. Number 3, teach what you know. If you possess a unique skill that you believe others might have an interest for, like content creation, cooking, or digital media, there are ways to share your knowledge and get paid for it. Some viable local options include part-time teaching at a school, community college, or TVET Learning Center. Number 4, rent out a room. Short and long-term rentals, whether it be an Airbnb or general accommodations, has never been easier. This can quickly turn into a reliable source of secondary income. If you are a renter, be sure to read your lease or check with your landlord before renting out a room in your home. Number 5, invest in your future. Go back to school. If you want to focus on your career and have the time to invest, you may want to consider going back to school. Degrees and credentials often translate into better jobs and increased pay, particularly in high-demand jobs. Number 6, look for a new job. It's time to grow. You may need to start looking for new opportunities if you feel like your current job leaves little room for advancement, or if there doesn't seem to be a raise coming your way anytime soon. Research your options and be certain that these opportunities will actually help you increase your income before you get too involved in the process. And lastly, tip number 7, get a second job. There are lots of part-time jobs that offer flexible hours and can be scheduled around your regular job. For example, you could work as a waiter or in retail on the weekends, or drive part-time for a transportation company at night. Sacrificing a couple extra hours is definitely worth the extra dollars.
Coming up next, Taiwan invests in community development, and the region has a new air carrier. The details to these stories and so much more when we come back.